Hello everyone, my name is Mike Royston. I'm the Business Development Manager for CrowCube. So I'd always used to introduce CrowCube by saying we're the world's first and leading equity crowdfunding platform. But that all changed about a month ago when we've just launched our new product, which is mini bonds, which is exciting, but it means I now have to call us an investment platform, which is pretty cool. So the problem that we are solving is absolutely what David was mentioning earlier about it being very difficult to access this capital. Traditional forms of financing from banks, they're not in the business of risk, and it's very difficult to access VC funding and angel funding. So we are the solution for raising equity finance. So very much like the premise of Dragon's Den, where you post your business, you pitch your business in the den to the dragons. We post it up online and you run a campaign for 60 days where you would advertise your business, looking for funding, pooling those smaller amounts together to reach your full target that you need. So we're fully authorised and regulated by the FCA, and we have been for the last 2 years now. We're only a young platform, we've only been running 3 years, but we've had a huge amount of success in that time, funding over 129 businesses now, and raising, I think, nearly £29 million. So this is what the platform looks like. This is one of our successful projects, Tab Housing, which is Kevin MacLeod's sustainable architecture company, who managed to raise £1.9 million from around about 650 investors or so. So you can see it makes it very, very clear the progress, the amount that you're looking to raise, the equity that is given away. We encourage that interaction with the business. You can email directly, you can ask questions. We definitely encourage that interaction. And it's also really quite entertaining. It's quite good fun as well for you as a business to be seeing that investment coming into your business every time. You're checking to see what's coming in, and as an investor to see that progress bar moving along, and it completely changes the whole game of getting traditional forms of investment. I think what I really love about it as well is that I can build a portfolio even though I don't have particularly much money. The minimum investment is only £10. So I have a portfolio of 20 companies or something, but it's only £200. It kind of fascinates me. Democratises the whole process of investment and makes it much more open to anyone. There is a button here where you can make an alternative offer. So like the premise of Dragon's Den, where you'd say, I think your business is slightly overvalued, I think you should give away slightly more equity. You can do that, but it wouldn't just change for that one person, it would now change for the whole crowd. So there is that way of kind of negotiating with the entrepreneur, which I think is brilliant. You have to really try and sell your business when you're online. People's attention spans are very short. It's very different from raising money from a bank. You have to try and excite and inspire investors to the opportunity and to the growth potential of the business, the market size. So you've got some opportunities to do that. So the video, for example, is a brilliant way to sell yourself, to advertise, to bring on new customers and new clients, new suppliers. And kind of share your business with as many people as you possibly can. Obviously, raising the money is the most important thing that you're trying to do here, but the extra additional benefits to it is massive. The publicity and the promotion that you get from being a successfully funded business is huge. We're a very hot topic at the moment. Crowdfunding is a buzzword, and people want to be talking about it and talking about case studies and examples of when it's worked. So I think we're in newspapers almost every week talking about some of the businesses that we funded, which I think is brilliant. You do need to put up all the information that investors would require, so business plan, financial forecast for 3 years, as well as you've got a video and you can explain what your exit strategy is, your idea market, and obviously the team behind it. We've created a new class of share to be able to deal with having a large number of investors in your business. So we've called a B share, and it means that there's no voting, no preemption rights, but drag along, tag along, so you have the same rights to economic dividends as ordinary investors, but without having the burden of having to go to them with preemption and voting. We also, the way that you can keep up with your investors is through an investor relations portal, so we make it very, very simple for communication between ongoing. So you can post up your financials and updates, you can do polls of your investors. If you have a couple of hundred investors coming in, it could be potentially hard to manage, but we've made it very, very simple. And we've done a couple of rounds of funding ourselves on CrowdCube, and we have maybe 700 investors in ourselves, and we keep up them quarterly with kind of regular updates and financials and emails, things like that. Like I mentioned, we've been all over the news, and it's only increasing, kind of speeding up. We've got a huge marketing team now, which is really fantastic, kind of world-class marketing team, which help the business, when they're fully successful, to push it out and make a really big splash about it when it's successful. So yeah, like I mentioned, some of our key statistics, £28 million funded so far, 128 businesses now. Our largest single investment was £250,000, which just came in out of the blue one day, sitting in the office, turned around, oh, that was exciting. But like I say, everything in between, from £10 all the way up. So we're attracting a really high quality caliber of angel investors and people with successful high net worths, as well as the crowd, people that are just interested in it. People's motivations for investing are absolutely vast and completely diverse. The kind of sectors that we've been successful in is anything consumer facing works really well. So retail, food and drink, technology. But we've had success in areas such as manufacturing, health and fitness, oil and gas, education, and we're kind of breaking new ground all the time. So I think it's about the way that you can try and put together something that's going to excite and inspire the crowd and explain what you do, rather than just being a tech sector-based success. We're having a huge amount of growth. I think it was 517% growth we had last year, and we were just named as the UK's most active seed investor of last year, which is fantastic. But our success only comes from the success of the successful entrepreneurs and the businesses behind it, such as Daniel here, who managed to raise £20,000 on CrowdCube a little while ago. When was it?
About 18 months ago.
18 months ago now. So it's moved on and changed quite dramatically since then, but fascinating to see how that's been going. And like I say, our success is only because of the success of these businesses. They have to be quite proactive in their marketing, in pushing it out to their networks, and it combines with the crowd. So initially it'll come from yourselves, and kind of it'll get wider the more people take up on it. Momentum is very, very important. The way that the progress bar is moving along, that's what people like to see. They don't necessarily like to be the first ones to dip their toe in the water, but they're very excited about funding it when it's getting successful, and they don't like to miss out on that opportunity. So this is Jem Misa from Righteous Salad Dressings. I've got, I don't know that guy. I should have looked that up. This is Dom and John from Escape the City, who were one of our really great success stories. They managed to raise £600,000 for their business concept, which was about escaping your corporate jobs and starting a business and doing something different. And they're doing really fantastically well now. They've gone on to raise some institutional investment after coming on CrowdCube, which is great. Kevin MacLeod, this is Steve Smith, the founder of Poundland. This is for his new business, Estates Direct, which is democratizing kind of estate agents, paying a flat fee, very disruptive, innovative model. He was very successful, raised his money in only a week's time. Our investors absolutely love us as well. I think we make it fun, we make it engaging. I think the communication between the entrepreneur and the investor, I think people really love that. So yeah, I won't keep you anymore. I think if you have questions, I'm really happy to answer them. But we're growing extremely fast. I think we've raised £13 million this year alone, and we are kind of leading the space in equity. I'd love to talk a little bit more about our mini bonds, which we've had 2 successfully funded mini bonds at the moment. One is River Cottage with Hugh Fearnley Whittingstall, and another one was Chilango, it's a Mexican burrito chain in London. Both raised over £1 million. So generally, just talking about the scales of investment, so it's between £1 and £10 million for the mini bonds-ish, and for equity, anything from maybe 20,000 up to £2 million, say. So yeah, we are absolutely flying at the moment and having success all over the place and continuing to grow. And we'd love to try and help some of the businesses that you're talking to and as investors as well. We believe it's the future of investment and we welcome you on the journey. Thank you.